All right. This is a broad video I'm going to do. It's a little bit of a mixed bag, so to speak. This is going to be about the channel, about what I think is going on with YouTube in general, for me, for audiences, for music content creators, and a variety of other things. I have a bunch of questions that have been sent in to me that I wanted to put on a video so that it was easier to understand what I'm talking about, if that makes sense. Um, and I'll get into those in a minute. I think those will be about mixing, consulting, mix evaluations or production evaluations. I get called on a lot to do that kind of stuff lately. And yes, I do mix for people. I don't do production for people unless it's really something specific that we can get into and discuss. And, it's bespoke. It's not like, you know, I just do dance mixes or something like that, which is the last thing I do. But anyway, talking about YouTube for a second, I've noticed the quality, in my perspective, the quality of YouTube has gone in a weird direction, or at least the flavor of YouTube has gone in a weird direction. I kind of sense that there's a lot of people out there with channels that have, they're constantly trying to learn how to get more views and make more money. And I see that the result of that being that they're all following the same script, which is like loads of this crazy B-roll stuff in a regular video. Like this video right here would have already had 30 visuals in like 2-second clips of B-roll trying to like come at you like it's some produced television event or something. It's just hard to describe. I guess it's a little bit of the TikTok kind of flavor and Capcom, or I think that's what it's called, CapCut. All these automated editing things that follow the words that people are saying and then blast in B-roll from stock footage. I tried watching a video today by a channel that I normally am okay with watching, except that now he's gone the route of obliterating the dialogue with B-roll. That's the cheap audio man. I hope that's not where his channel is going for good, but I couldn't handle 45 seconds of it. And usually I could watch his videos for 10 or 11 minutes while he talks about audiophile gear or cheap audiophile gear, which is kind of like the name of his channel. I don't know where that's all heading. I know I'm not heading there. I'm not going that route. This is about as high production as things get. I do these type of things and my live stream. And on to that topic, my live streams will tend to be exactly where they're at right now. They're a bit of a hang, typically on Friday nights, sometimes on Saturdays, depending on what my travel situation is or work situation is. And then I do a Sunday morning one. Sunday mornings is a members only. I tend to do tutorial stuff in that, or at least I'll open up a DAW on screen and mess around. Those are only about an hour, and some of that time will be spent doing things that, I don't know, I find are interesting or that maybe people want to get a look at, part of my process or like what my thinking process is. I have my notes here. As a lot of people know, I use the gigantic yellow pad. The mixing and consulting thing, you got to contact me through my email on my website, or I'll put it in the description. Yes, I do mix for people remotely, mostly remotely here. And I don't really tend to do much recording sessions these days because that involves me going somewhere and recording you. If you're willing to pay the price, and it's not cheap, I'll go to where you want to record and I'll record you. If I decide I want to do your project. Does it sound harsh? I don't know. You know, you got to do what you want to do. You got to like doing what you're doing, I feel. So, and then the mix review stuff, I do that privately. I don't do mix reviews online. I don't do evaluations online in front of everybody that I don't know in the, you know, the entire world that could be watching. Someone could be anywhere in the world watching it. I don't think that the entire world is watching my channel, but I think you get what I'm saying. I do have some channels that I like that I would recommend still. In the music territory, I like just for laughs and for some mellow hang, I like That Pedal Show. Nostalgic Explorer does some interesting things with regards to vintage equipment and things, how they were used. John Makes Beats is always entertaining and, you know, it's a creative thing. Mark Johnston, I watch occasionally. He does pedal reviews, guitar pedal reviews. I would say more in depth than the pedal show because the pedal show does like 4 or 5 pedals all at once. Mark tends to do one at a time. And gets pretty deep into it. Kind of does a lot of the boutique pedals. You're not going to see like a $35 pedal on there. On the non-music tip, I would recommend Martin Doulard's channel. I'll put all of these in the description below if I'm not too lazy to not bother. Martin is currently building resurrecting cabins or farmhouses, I guess you would say. His farmhouse in the Alps in Italy. No editing, in as far as like no B-roll and all that. I don't know. I use premium, so I don't know what the commercial situation's like. But I will tell you that there's nothing fancy other than great footage, well filmed, and interesting, at least I find. I like Better Creating. He's a guy that does a lot of stuff to do with tech stuff. Kyle Erickson is the same thing, a very Mac-centric kind of gear guide guy. Process X is an interesting channel to me. And Parisian Vibe is one of my longtime, what do you call it? I don't know. Confession. What is that confession thing that people say? I don't know. I don't remember what the phrase is for it. So anyway, that is my video for today. I'm going to do more of these. I'm going to sort of drift in and out of the very music-centric stuff, you know, the hip-hop, like how did we do this and how did that. A lot of that's on the live streams, and a lot of that is on Sunday morning when I go kind of specific on a topic. So you might want to consider being a member. There's a shameless shill plug. Or you might want to avoid my channel entirely, and then, you know, we'll take it from there. Thanks.